What up, gamers? Fencer here, and welcome back to Girls Frontline 2 Exilium. So yeah, let's go ahead and possibly finish up the story, but I think it might take me one more video. I guess we'll see. Anyways, that's enough. Shut up already. That's an order. Got that? In order. Now take those batteries and F all the way off. Like I said, I don't understand why you're doing this, but I respect and understand you and your choices. First Sergeant Dmitry. The F are you doing? You being so formal all of a sudden is creepy as heck. As he looks at the solemn expression on Klukai's face, Dmitry realizes what she means. Perhaps humans and dolls will never be able to think the same way and reach the same conclusions, but at the very least, they can have the same goals. Yeah, I do like the, the differences in like logic with these two, with like the dolls being more, I guess, percentage bound, and the humans being more like, screw it, like, we might, if we're gonna die, we might as well go all the way out. Don't go pretending to be so serious. Although he still looks like he can't be bothered with any of this, Dmitry holds his hand out to Klukai. I'll say this one last time, so listen up. We are the 3,762nd platoon of the 7th Environmental Survey Corps of the New Soviet Union District Environmental Purification Project under the URNC Contamination Zone Management and Recovery Administration. It sounds like he really thinks he's gonna die, man, like his final words, like saying his title proudly. Bring the contents of that lockbox out of here in one piece. Get it out of this mountain and get it out of the contamination zone. Got that? Request acknowledged and accepted. We will bring the chip and the recorder out in one piece and hand them over to someone trustworthy in the URNC government. They solemnly shake hands, then Dmitry's face cracks into a smile. That's more like it. See you tin cans should have just done that earlier. That way, we wouldn't have any issues, right? I swear this is the last time I'll ever work with a tin can. Now get out of here before I change my mind. All the best. They've argued with every step of the way here, but before bidding each other farewell, they finally shake hands and make peace with each other. The proximity alarm, height 404 left in the mine entrances, begin to go off in 20 minutes after they leave. The final battle is at hand. Oh. Okay. So yeah, we got some battles up ahead, it seems. Okay. Just keep on going. Yeah, man, the story, man, is getting to the climax now. It's getting to the climax, to the final battle here with Blue Spear. And we'll see about what happens to Dmitry and his friends. We'll see what happens. Reconnaissance complete. Regional information has been consolidated. Transmitting. Receiving data. Echelon deployment complete. They can probably hold on for a little while longer. Let's go, Michti. Don't die, okay? Man, I wish I could play with the robots. I got Papasha for that, though. Okay. Very fast and straightforward. Deploy supports. What do we got? Some turrets. I mean, we really don't need these because we can just one-shot everyone here. Okay. Yeah, we'll just make it go by fast. Yeah, I do miss the days of us, like, manually playing sometimes. It just rarely happens now. But it's still fine. Dang, look at all that. Good job, Suomi. Yeah, that felt like satisfying to watch. Alright, good job, Klukai. Yeah, after this story, we'll try to pull for Michti. I wasn't able to do it earlier. There we go. I've installed the temporary signal booster. Big sis, we can contact the Survey Corps now. Dmitry, do you read me? There's a short burst of static, followed by Dmitry's annoyed voice. Quit the crap and get to work. Right. Enderis, set up the gun. Michti, help hook up the backup power. Will do, Leader Kukai. Michti, I'll have to trouble you to help me out. Okay, who knows. Maybe if I finish up quick, I might be able to. Michti hesitates for a moment and decides not to finish her sentence. Focus on the mission. Belka, stay alert. Ensure there are no threats within 100 meters. Avoid contact with any monkey security forces. If you do encounter them, wipe them out immediately. Leave it to me, big sis. 404's members take their positions, and the sound of the Survey Corps exchanging fire with monkey security comes in over the comms channel. Oh man, here we go. Squad 2, fall back to point 5. Draw the enemy in. Squad 3, flank them from the right. Dmitry barks his commands amidst the gunfire, serving as a rallying beacon for his men. His troopers have entrusted their lives to him. Their battle cry and blood are the fuel for their ideals. Sarge, Squad 3 has taken out the target. Your orders. Bang. The trooper's voice is drowned out by the torrent of gunfire, and he says no more. Reality is as cruel as ever. Squad 3, do you read me? Squad 3! This is Squad 5, Squad 3, they're all gone! Squad 5, fill the hole. Yes, Sergeant. Sergeant, this is Squad 4. We've encountered Elands. Your orders. Kill the fast movers. Don't let the others head toward Larian and 404. The battle rages on. The regional channel is filled with the sound of gunshots, electrical static, and the howls of the Elids. There are fewer and fewer responses to Dmitry's voices. Dmitry silently counts up the number of survivors. He then grits his teeth and makes up his mind. Larian, how are things on your end? Just arrived. Got delayed by a bunch of Elids. I've opened the compressor valve, but I'm the only one left now. I'll get back ASAP. Although he's doing his best to pretend that there's nothing wrong with him, his voice trembles a bit. Nothing can be completely unmoved by death. Right. You stay there for a while, keep an eye on things. Contact me again once you confirm that it's working. And stay safe out there. Everyone, begin falling back to Point F. Mind your ammo while moving. Once you reach Point F, close with the enemy and draw them in. Having received their orders, the soldiers murmur their assent and begin their final relocation. On 404's side, if I'm not wrong, they place a lot of emphasis on Point F, right? They circled it heavily on their map in Assault. That was the place from the first batch of intel we sent back. And if I'm not wrong, it's a pipe room near the public baths, a small room, sealed on 3 sides. The water and gas pipes for the baths pass through there. Then, are they going to... Excuse Kukai, are they going to be okay? From what Andres said earlier, the natural gas is dispersed throughout the entire pipe network. Even if it leaked, the gas density in that room wouldn't be enough to trigger a detonation. Don't worry about that. Focus on the mission. Andres, Michti, how are things on your end? Leader, we've successfully connected the backup power supplies. We can begin loading the program. Start now. After the program is loaded, follow it immediately with the warm-up sequence. Begin a countdown 1 minute before firing. Got it. After giving out orders, Kukai switches to the regional comms frequency. Dmitry, we've begun loading the program. Are you still there? Of course. Who the heck do you think we are? Everyone, hold fire once you get to the point. Wait for my signal. The channel briefly goes quiet. Is Blue Spear there? Not on my side, but some of the squads falling back have spotted her. Oh, shoot. A deafening gunshot blends with an ear-piercing shriek of an Elid. Shut up. Dmitry, what happened? Dmitry! There's no response from the channel for a long time. About 5 minutes later, all noise from the other side slowly fades away. I am here now. Blue Spear's cool, calm voice comes in over the regional comms channel. Milka, destroy the amplifier. 404. Cuddle comes now. The transmission cuts off. Man, was that really it for Dmitry? Frick. Man, feels so bad for Dmitry. So cool. I do like the switch up at the end there where, you know, he's more cooperative and more friendly. Like, you know, he still, you know, cracks at them. Oh, cutscene. Since you lost contact with 404, just need to keep this. Leave one man here to handle comms. The rest of you keep searching for 404. Yes, ma'am. If you encounter any Cervicor survivors, kill them on the spot. No need to report it. Oh, that's Larian, right? Dmitry, under most circumstances, it just cannot make up for an overwhelming difference in firepower. That's why those rare cases in which they do miraculously do are hailed as legends as you humans. Like a give F. Where's Hide 404? F knows. Those dolls go wherever they want. So none of my business. I know where they have the chip. You're just a decoy. Don't try to stall for time. You won't find them. The fact that you chase us down blindly shows that you don't actually know the place. Look at him. You've been colluding with Paradis here, doing all kinds of shady business. You're so clueless about the terrain. Oh, the heck? If it weren't for your stupid guns, I would have made short work for you. Ooh. It's true. I don't have much time left. Oh snap. It's a shame. If you understood your position better and made the right choice, he could have lived. F you. Let's go, Dmitry. His final moments. Oh, the other soldiers are going in too. Where's Larian? Oh. Elids. Dang, dude. So wait. What happened to Dmitry, man? Dang. Okay, let me go and deploy support. Yeah, it really feels refreshing to see Dmitry here. You don't really get a lot of like other than the commander, you don't really get like a lot of like male characters that I guess get part of the action. Which I feel you don't really need it for a game like this. I know the purpose of this game the purpose of this game is to have like badass dolls, you know, badass women here. Some hot women that can do some fighting. But it does feel, you know, more on the refreshing side in my opinion. Even though I know they're probably gonna die. Like, the dolls will probably live. They get the plot armor on them. Wait, the men will die. In a heroic fashion. But no, I think just in general though, like, you know, regardless of like gender, like Dmitry was a interesting character to see. I do like his personality and how he grew over time to liking the dolls. Oh, another cutscene. Wow. Stop struggling. I'm sure you know how this is your final chance. Your last remaining subordinate is still alive because I spared him for now. In 5 minutes, I will shoot him right in the heart. Humans only get one shot at life. Staying alive is the most crucial thing, right? But you want to live to go home? Then tell me. Where's Hide 404? What do I get out of telling you? You'll be properly, something. And only your remaining subordinates will receive medical treatment. So will my other men all died for nothing? Name your terms. I demand a survivor's pension. That can be arranged. You should have done this to begin with for Sergeant Dmitry. If you made this choice sooner, the other subordinates would have lived. Now spit it out. Where's 404? 404. Ugh. Your body's also at its limit. Give me 404's location. I'll get a medic to treat your wounds. 404. There. Digging up your mother effing boss ancestral grave. Let's go, Dmitry. Let's go. Oh my gosh, dude. This is so epic. The sand. Right on time. Come on, Dimi. You're too late. Oh no! He's shot. How very naive for Sergeant Dmitry. Frick, dude. Smile at the end. There we go. Yeah. All part of the plan. They're all gonna... Man. Oh, is that Nikolai's dog tag? 4-4, go! Four. 3. 2. 1. Man. At the same time. Man. Yeah, they're like blowing up the entire mine with the pipes. Jeez, wait, did they get... Wait, hold on. Did they even get out in time? Okay, they did. That was, I thought they just got out. Like, they opened a hole at the same time with the explosion. We did it, Big Sis Kukai. We actually blasted the cave open. Wait, what? It looked very big on the outside, like a nuke. I thought it would reach Kukai's, like, area. Okay. Well, now that Dimitri's out of the picture, is the commander gonna arrive now? Wait, Dmitry, rest in peace, man. Like, his whole story, it was so good. Like, probably my favorite human character so far. Yeah, my favorite human character. Ditch the gun. Observe light discipline. Fall back at top speed. Head to the northwest. Yes, Leader Kukai. Come on, run, run, run! Should we head back to the fork and try to contact those guys? Kukai glances back at the mine entrance. It is spewing flames and belching smoke like an actual smoke signal, sending a warning of danger into the distance. As she watches the plume of smoke rise into the sky, Kukai's gaze hardens. We're leaving. At 4-4 runs through the night as explosions go off non-stop behind him. Oh, that was it. You know, I remember back in that one live stream that they did for this update that they said they would do even more cutscenes, like the, I guess like the rendered cutscenes there, like what we just saw right now. But I feel like it only happened at the beginning and the end of this story. I thought it'd be a bit more, but it's still good, like still fine. I still enjoy the story here. They move quickly, avoiding elite attacks as best as they can, but the sustained high output movement is rapidly draining what little of their charge remains. Leader Kukai, we'll need to lower our travel speed if we do not replenish our power supply in 20 minutes. Understood. Maintain our current speed as we move on. Are you sure we're supposed to be headed this way? Feels like we'll get lost easily without a GPS to track our position. We can use celestial navigation, since there are frequent storms in this region. The sky is actually clearer than the green and white zones. According to the stars, we're proceeding in the general direction of our temporary base. That said, pinpointing the location of the supply cache we encountered along the way is going to be quite difficult. Quite difficult, you say? So basically we're super screwed then. Can we really take those soldier stuff with us? Just thinking about it gives me a headache. Michti isn't just giving up right away, that's new. Well, they said all that stuff, and they even gave their lives for us. I mean, I don't really understand how this sort of thing feels, but I see it in anime all the time. In human terms, it would be a really great bunch of soldiers, right? So I kinda want to try and be like those MCs in anime and finish the missions that they entrusted to us. That would be super cool, right? That doesn't matter. However, Belka glances at Kukai, who is running at their head. Even if I end up as a pile of scrap here, I'll make sure I help Big Sis complete her mission first. Looks like everyone's pretty motivated. Too bad motivation isn't the same as battery charge. Just having enough charge for the 4 of us to walk out of here would be good. If we could only use magic, then I could say, summon supplies, and a supply point would appear in front of us. You should go ahead and say it then. Huh? Because we just found a supply point. Oh wow. Yeah, I didn't think Kukai would like maybe make a, I guess, a lighthearted comment like that. I feel like she's always been more on the serious side. Kukai gestures, signaling for the 3 of them to stop. Are those monkey security personnel? Are they all in the mine? They're probably sentries who were left outside to stand watch. They didn't find our escape tunnel, but there's most likely a perimeter set up around the salt mine. Wait a minute. When you said supply point just now, did you mean... No. We can't. It's too scary. If there's no chance, we'll make one. Besides, there are many of them. You still have a chance. Cut 404. Prepare for battle. Eliminates all enemy units and plunder their supplies. I'm guessing that'll be the battle coming up here. Okay. Let's see, machines. And also we are machines too. Okay, where do we place our turrets? Is it only those 2? Oh, there's like... Okay, we can place them here too. We'll place one on top here. Place one there. Then combat start. Yeah, so now it is up to the dolls, and... You know, if I had to guess what might happen later on, like... near the end, I feel like in a way they might lose or be so close to winning, but they might need the aid of the commander. Like, yeah, maybe they'll win against Blue Spear, but maybe the environment, like, they can't escape, like maybe an explosion. And then at the last second the Elmo will appear, and or like the commander and their forces and his forces will try to rescue them. But yeah, it's just you know, what I'm thinking about right now. Oh, and of course that turret just wants to attack. Oh, what the heck? Oh yeah, I forgot about that guy. Oh, you see these guys just makes me think of XCOM a lot. Like that strike captain with the sword. Yeah, I really want to play XCOM. And also there's like another game too coming up. Star Wars Zero Company. I feel like I need to see more gameplay of that. If I really want to play that game. But it does sound pretty good from what I've heard. While the battle rages on, Kukai looks around from where she's hiding behind cover and sets her sights on a jeep that's guarded by only one trooper. Everyone, listen up. I'm going to seize the monkey security vehicle at my 10. Belka, Dmitry, stay put and divide the enemy with suppressive fire. Andres, follow me and suppress the trooper near the vehicle. Yes, Leader Kukai. Be careful, Big Sis. Hurry up. We won't last much longer over here. Move out. As Kukai gives the order, 404's dolls split up and deploy. The isolated monkey security troopers are caught completely off guard by the sudden ambush and panic. Some of the men on the outer perimeter try to drive away, including the man Kukai marked it earlier. Andres opens fire to intercept him. Meanwhile, Kukai uses this opportunity to reach the vehicle. Die. Kukai coldly opens fire. Her bullets pierces the vehicle's windshield, and the driver is hit. He loses control of the vehicle, which comes barreling towards Kukai. Kukai seizes the opportunity and leaps on top of the vehicle before slipping into the cabin through the side window. She opens the door and throws the stunned driver out. Then she takes his place, steps on the gas, and turns to the steering wheel around, sending the jeep toward the other 3 dolls. Everyone, disengage and mount up. After hearing Kukai's command, the others climb into the jeep. Kukai glances at the vehicle's GPS and quickly figures out their current location. She drives towards 404's temporary base, chased by the sound of monkey security gunfire. And that was it for that. Okay, we're going by this a lot faster than before, I feel. A lot more battles too happening. Yeah, we're like around halfway into the video. We did like maybe what 3 battles so far. I think we can make it to the end. After evading pursuit from Monkey Security, 4-4 organizes the various supplies inside the Monkey Security Jeep before topping themselves off at their own discretion. Good thing we picked up a Jeep with lots of stuff. It's a shame that there aren't any spare parts, but having a full charge feels great. I didn't pick it at random. That vehicle only had a fifth of its designated complement, but its ground clearance was as low as the other vehicles. That implied that this vehicle was heavily laden with supplies. Well done, big sis. Dismounts once you finish resupplying. We don't know if there's a tracker on this vehicle, so we'll have to go on foot to avoid monkey security catching up with us. I checked the environmental data stored in this vehicle against the static map of the region and found a abandoned settlement nearby. Since our night vision gear is damaged to varying extents and a collapse storm is coming, why don't we take shelter there, leader? Right, let's do that. They climb down from the vehicle, then begin heading in the direction Andreas indicated, toward the abandoned settlement. Fortunately, 4-4 manages to reach the abandoned settlement before the collapse storm hits. Right, everyone, rest and resupply. In order to conserve power, Belka and Andreas will use night vision in shifts. Observe light discipline throughout. Will do, leader. After that, the ruins are plunged into darkness. Flukai takes her terminal out again. She doesn't expect the signal to come back on or for him to reply. Instead, she just stares at the long list of messages reading, "Where are you?" And it seems to grant her a small measure of peace. When we were traveling with those soldiers, every night was always lit up. Now, I'm having a bit of trouble getting used to not having them around. Well, we dolls never needed much in the way of light in the first place, and if it wasn't because Kukai and I got our night vision modules damaged, we wouldn't use lights at all. Michti leans against a nearby wall. But for some reason, I just can't fall asleep. As Andreas polishes her gun, she begins unconsciously humming the soldier's song. Andreas, please stop. For some reason, it sounds really weird hearing that now. I'm sorry. I did it without thinking. Unlike how the other 3 dolls are showing signs of relaxing, Kukai has calmed herself down and her expression is cold as she silently regards the box which the soldiers gave her. We will succeed in carrying out this mission. The rope binding the box has come a little loose. Kukai carefully undoes it and prepares to tie it back up again. Leader, picking up a strong heat signatures at your 8. Everyone, take cover. Before Kukai can finish speaking, geez, another battle here. She hears the sound of bullets ripping through the air from behind and to her left. Since she can't see, she is forced to swiftly duck on pure instinct. Although she avoids being directly and fatally hit, the high energy particle flux around the shots ruthlessly melts through her right elbow, and her forearms flies free, along with the case. Dang it. Michti! Michti, who's nearby, leaps out and grabs the box. Inertia sends her rolling across the ground, but the box, clutched tightly to her chest, is safe. That was close. Michti, behind you! Michti doesn't even get the chance to look back before a shockwave slams her into a nearby wall. The ruined wall collapses and Michti is pinned under the part of it, unable to get free. Your blue spear. A creepy mechanical structure. Whoa, look at her. What the heck? She looks like a mecha now. A creepy mechanical creature they've never seen before stands at the exact spot where Michti has just landed. Monkey security troopers begin streaming in around her. So you dismounted ahead of time just to launch a sneak attack. Looks like you must have been beaten up pretty badly if you had to be this cautious. Indeed, no further mistakes can be allowed. Blue Spear waves a hand, and the troopers spread out, forming a rough semicircle. She stands in the middle of the encirclement, and she is truly a gruesome sight. Much of her synthetic skin has peeled off, exposing engorged muscle fiber bundles that bear scorch marks. Parts of jet black metallic endoskeleton are twisted at bizarre angles, supporting her still vaguely human-shaped torso. From her configuration, her limbs can no longer be described as arms or legs. They are entwined together in a state that alternates between stiff and twisted. Their end splits into what looks like a bestial or human hands. Klukai knows that this is definitely not normal, but she cannot work backward from Bluespear's current state to figure out what she might have looked like before this. She looks like a patchwork mess of hastily cobbled together repairs, but close analysis reveals that the welding points between each segment of her body are very regular, as though this was how they were meant to be. This creature looks especially gruesome against the backdrop of the night and the storm, as though she has abdicated her place as a doll. Only her motionless face allows her to be identified at all. You're looking pretty twisted. You must have been pretty desperate to caught up with us this quickly, huh? Bluespear, who had originally ignored Klukai's taunts in favor of glaring at Michti, suddenly raises a gun and points it at Klukai. Her target has already switched to her remaining left hand and has taken aim at her. While being the remaining members of the Survey Corps did manage to slow me down and inflict some damage, the four of you will not be able to leave this place. Let's find out then. I'll never forgive you if you hurt Big Sis. Belka and Inerus point their guns at Bluespear, while Michti struggles from where she is buried under the rubble. However, Bluespear pays no heed to her. Hand it over, and your mission will be over. It's only over when we send you to the recycling plant. Everyone, prepare for battle. Alright, we're gonna actually fight her now? I'll play manually here. Wow, look at that. Yeah, I'll play manually. Yeah, definitely like a monster now. I'm guessing it's kind of like the Darcher like form and stuff. Supports. Put turrets on this side. Oh. What? Oh, that's the... My bad. That's the deployments for the soldiers. For the dolls. Jeez. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, yeah, I don't care about that. I'm sure we can, like, one-shot it. Klukai, you think you can do some crazy stuff here? Oh, it's not even enough. I want to try to win with Klukai here if I can. Okay, that's fine. There we go. And action. And Klukai will finish things off. I guess yeah, well... I guess I didn't really need to play manually. It's just for bosses I like to play manually. But you know, it can be done so fast. Boom. Stay away from Big Sis Klukai. I'll deal with her later. Oh no, Michti. Yeah. Michti. Give it to me. No. Over my dead body. You'll regret this. The one who'll regret this is you. Where's the commander? I feel like the commander's gonna be here. Even second-gen dolls should be capable of basic situational judgment. You aren't like dolls. Oh my gosh, dude, the arm? I've never seen that before. You're not going to lose, so why resist? We're naturally different from scrap metal like you. It would seem that 404 would only yield if you are inoperational. And obsolete models, the specs of your frames are much of a hindrance to you. For you. As squad leader, you are an excellent decision maker and fighter. Oh, Flare. However, it's all coming to an end. Is that the commander? The Elmo? What is that? You see Groza come in or something? Here we go. Groza? Or Nemesis? Oh, it's them. Oh yeah, I saw Krolik. The first one I saw was Krolik. Wow, the bashing. Jeez. Yeah, this is a very cool rescue. Hey, Vepli, Krolik. Let's go, Groza. Oh, even her too. So yeah, I guess she is friendly with us now. Sextons. It's kind of weird in the cutscene. She wore a different outfit, like her normal outfit, but then we got her art here being like the United States version. Second form damage, unable to switch. So you were saying that she can't switch to her second form because her frame was damaged? Affirmative. The dolls called Sextons nods and coldly regards her former comrade. Stay alert. Vepli, Krolik, get 404 onto the vehicle now. Got it. Bluespear is sprawled in front of the two of them. She raises her head and tries to make out the information her visual modules are relaying to her. Oh, dang, look at her. Sextons. Destination confirmed. You are? Her voice module, man. Unable to identify subject. So heavy! Sextons, give Ripley a hand. The cold, unfamiliar gaze lingers over Bluespear for a moment longer. And then Sextons shakes her head, paying no further attention to the shocked Bluespear. She heads over to Ripley to help her and Krolik move for the force frames. As she watches the dolls before them, Kukai snorts coldly. She had expected this much, but she is also a little disappointed. After all, he's not here. When she was facing off against Bluespear, at the end of her rope, she saw blinking signals. Morse code for "Where are you?" At long last, the countless messages she had sent all over these years had finally been answered. I'm here. Although she was out of rounds, although she knew this was merely a signal to coordinate with her, at the most critical juncture, Kukai used the muzzle flash from her gun to respond to the signal, because she knew that once the smoke cleared, everything would be fine, just like now. So you're the backup Leva was talking about. She's got a lot of guts to be bringing in such unreliable reinforcements. Unreliable? Forgive us. It took a while to pinpoint your positions. Kukai does not accept Gross's apology. She puts a strong front as she turns away to survey her surroundings. Just then, that familiar voice finally comes through Gross's terminal. It's been so long since we've last worked together, so how about not being so picky for 1-6? It's Kukai now. After hearing her stubborn, proud voice, I sigh in relief. I have a lot to say, but I have no idea where to begin. The feelings between Kukai and me are like a recently undammed river, swelling and yet in a little stagnant. As this mix of emotions washes over me, I reply with the crappiest line imaginable. So, Kukai, is that your name now? Then let me try again. It's been a while, Kukai. This isn't a very long time for dolls, but it seems to have caught Kukai off guard. Attack, attack, attack. Bluespear doesn't bother waiting for them to finish their introductions as she begins emitting strange noises, which draw everyone's attention. Must complete the mission. Target self-destruction program has been activated. Self-destruction program? What is she trying to do? Kukai, I will remember that name. With that, Bluespear closes her eyes. A blinding white light begins shining from the missing parts of her body. Self-destruct. Collapse crystals. Wide area catalysis. Activated. Initiation countdown. 20, 19. Collapse crystals. Collapses. Oh no! What's wrong? Paratus has planted large amounts of collapse crystals in this area. If they release all their particles, this place will become an instant red zone. She must have linked the switch to her Frame OS program. We need to destroy her frame before the countdown ends. Groza opens fire and bullets rain down on the ruins of Bluespear's body, but the program shows no signs of stopping. Krolik, destroy her torso. Right, coming. Gently, gently. Krolik, who has already made it to the side of the jeep, dumps Michty onto Sextons, who is already carrying Belka, and then charges towards Bluespear while swinging her blade. However, the edge grinds to a halt after making contact with Bluespear's skull. I can't cut it. What the heck is she made of? 10, 9, 8. Bluespear's countdown still going. Everyone, open fire. The bullets throw up clouds of dust, while Bluespear's self-destruction countdown continues inexorably. 3, 2, 1. It's too late. Well, dang. There's a blinding flare of light and the sound of an alarm. Then Bluespear's torso spews a shower of sparks before completely going dead. Oh, did it fail? Everything is silent and there's no change in their surroundings. What just happened? Did anything even happen? Krolik, grab Klukai and get out of here. Vepley, you're driving. Get me a reading on the radiation levels in the area. Leave it to Vepley. Actually... Oh, is it the air? Another familiar voice comes from Groza's comm terminal. The air. Basically, you don't have to worry too much. I managed to terminate that catalyst program. Just barely managed it in time, though. Really a close run thing. Good thing I checked Sexton's OS earlier out of curiosity, so I managed to find a loophole I could exploit. Third gen dolls are pretty interesting. Make sure you bring back Bluespear's body afterwards. Huh? So you mean the program didn't even turn on? Then why didn't you say so earlier? I wasn't even sure about it myself, so I kept quiet. Well, fortunately, everything turned out fine. Yeah, I feel like that was for the best. Because you never know, maybe he didn't do it properly. We'll talk about the rest later. That place is pretty dangerous. Rosa, withdraw. Understood. Yeah, that probably was for the best. To not say it. Because you never know. It's better to still go through with that. Like attacking Bluespear. Yeah, better safe than sorry, is what I would say. Alright, the last one here. We'll see if we can make it in this video or not. We got like 8 minutes left. Neuralink check. Abnormalities. Frame check. Frame function check. Abnormalities. Self-diagnostic complete. Booting systems. 10%. 15%. Usually, dolls can wake up right after changing frames. Are you okay, Klukai? Let me check her data again. Her neural link is fine. Her frame functions are fine. So why is the self-diagnostic portion taking so long? I'll keep an eye on her. Mei-Ling, why don't you get some rest? It's been days since you last slept. Okay, then please contact me if anything comes up. Don't worry. As her newly activated auditory modules detect the sound of departing footsteps, Klukai opens her eyes in the diagnostic capsule. Good morning, Klukai. Although it's actually nighttime now, and it's been a day since they brought you back. But that's not important. Give that arm of yours a workout and see if the hydraulics in your new frame are working well, yeah? Klukai obliges and raises her right arm. There doesn't seem to be any damage on her frame. What about the others? You guys seem really badly damaged, and transferring your local neural backups took a lot of effort. In your case, you were slightly better off. The other three will need more fine-tuning. Also, Klukai, while I designed Michti's switch for you, could you at least try to limit the number of times you use it? She's exceeded her operational tolerances. Okay. Eh? Okay? Just like that? Want me to check your neural cloud again? Defects in your personality presets can be really hard to fix. You're the one with the defective personality. After glaring at Deer, Klukai sits up and on the examination slab. Deer sighs in relief after seeing her reaction. The look on his face seemed to say, "That's more like it." Where are we? Where's the commander? Is this the Elmo? Wait a minute. Why are you with the commander? How did you find us? And how did you stop Bluespear's catalyst program? Oi oi, one question at a time. Do you think this is like stuffing data into a stack or something? Fine then, answer one question at a time. Well, it's actually pretty complicated, or so I'd like to say. Let's start from the part when we lost contact with you. When that happened, the commander managed to make contact with me, and as it turned out, I had to head down to the region to troubleshoot any network issues, so I got on with the Elmo. The commander said Lena sounded very worried when she contacted the Elmo and urged the commander to send his dolls over to save you ASAP, but in the end, I was the only one who she could get in contact with, and those dolls of his put me through the ringer. There was one called Colfin who was smiling with every word she said, but listening to her just turned my stomach. Deer lapsed into complaining, but Kukai seems entirely unmoved. Get to the point. Okay. So after we reached this area, we found our comms block, we checked our static maps, and then checked out several base stations. Most of them were old and poorly maintained, if they were maintained at all. However, quite a few of them showed signs of being deliberately destroyed by human hands during the recent past. The commander concluded that someone was trying to cut comms into this region. The Elmo's region signal receivers didn't work there, and after we left, we got service back but still couldn't contact you. Just sitting around and waiting wasn't a solution either, so the commander organized the dolls into several squads and began searching in the direction you were headed when you last contacted Leva. Guess what we found? If you want to play a quiz show, you can head over to a TV station. I just thought you seemed a little too tense. Anyway, while Groza and the others were searching, we found 2 troopers from the Survey Corps. Unfortunately, they were too badly hurt for us to save, but we managed to protect the base station they set up. So you're saying the military comms lines weren't completely cut off? That's right, they were just jammed. So once we broke the jamming, we could use them, and the Elmo just so happened to have the equipment needed to do it. After that, I worked my magic and modified the Elmo's comms modules to match the wavelengths used by the temporary base stations. I'll skip the detailed technical explanation, but you can think of it as converting the Elmo into a mobile miniature base station. Right. Once we got the signal back, things went smoothly enough, and with Mailing's help, you don't know Mailing, do you? She's the Elmo's machinist, and she's really good for someone so young. That said, she looks like she's constantly overworked. She looked like she was about to collapse from exhaustion just now, so I sent her back to her room to get some rest. It's only been a few short years, but the commander's evolved into an even better slave driver than you. Get to the point. Don't make me repeat myself. Okay, I got it. Anyway, after that, we found another signal in this region, being broadcast on a different network. However, the security level was really high, and we had trouble figuring out how to get in for a while, at least until that blue spear doll dropped its security level for several minutes to verify your position, which allowed us to hack in. So you could have contacted us back then? Why did you wait until the very end before revealing yourselves? There was a risk that we could have been discovered. It's like making a call with someone else's phone. It's fine if they don't check. They didn't check, but if they had, it had been revealed right away. So we didn't step in until we absolutely had to. And that was your decision? I'm just a technician. If it were up to me, I'd have contacted you right away. After all, I didn't know what happened to you, and contacting you sooner would have let me solve your issue sooner, right? Truth is, it was the commander who told me to not contact you. As she senses the sheer amount of trust placed in her, Kukai feels like a kitten is treading on her neural cloud. Looks like he's grown a little over the years. In any case, that's how we found your location and eavesdrop on the Mangi security and Blue Spear's operations. Sergeant Dmitry was heck of a guy. Thanks to the explosion he triggered, Lucifer's body was badly damaged, enough that she took a long time to take her second form. Otherwise, he wouldn't have lasted long enough for us to get to you. It's a shame he didn't hear your last exchange with Blue Spear. There is a wistful look on Deer's face. You can pretty much guess what happened after that, right? I checked the Sexton's frame and neural cloud and found that her operation mode was very strange. The commander said that when he met Darcher before this, he should have been working with Sextons. Combine that with how Blue Spear and Darcher kept calling you second-gen dolls, that probably means that they saw themselves as dolls who would have be the next generation. I verified that much after checking the information left over in Sexton's neural cloud. They perceive themselves as third-generation dolls. Still, her design is quite strange. Her neural cloud should have been melted down, but her local neural core is running fine. That's just weird. Want to ask Leva about it on your way back? Maybe she would know something about it? Ah, yes. Leva's with Lena now. Apparently, something came up on Leva's side, and the request for help came through Lena. The commander contacted them yesterday, but it was Elena who picked up, and she just told the commander to send you guys over ASAP. Send us over. Kukai looks doubtfully at Deer, but after seeing that he seems clueless too, she decides to drop the question. Forget it. I'll contact her later, and I'll make sure to settle things with her too. Also, you managed to stop Blue Spear because you examined Sextants, right? Yep. Since they were both third-gen dolls, there's a high chance that their designs shared certain commonalities, so we tried to hack Blue Spear's neural cloud using the loopholes we discovered in Sextants. Fortunately, she was so engrossed in pursuing you that she didn't notice what we were doing. Then we discovered that scary switch inside her. Scared us half to death. It was pretty much a nuclear launch button. Oh, Blue Spear, what? Blue Spear among security and Shech FABN behind them. Their sins must be brought to light. I'm with you there, but what? You know that chip you were protecting? Well, there's a problem with it. What? Hey, relax. It's not completely broken. It's just the data on it is damaged, and it can't be read for the time being. What caused it? Turns out that Blue Spear was being really cautious, even though she looked like she was spacing out. She managed to get one over you in the end. Remember that light from her when she triggered her self-destruct? It wasn't simply her burning her components out, but a powerful EMP. Oh. An EMP. Yeah, it's not like it's complicated tech, and pulling it off didn't need any special equipment. Problem is, at close range, it managed to degauss the chip and the recorder you were protecting. Can the information be recovered? Mailing and I tried, but there's nothing we can do in the short term. That said, isn't our field of specialty, so we can't completely rule it out yet. I'll contact friends of mine who are experts in this and see what they can do. Get it done ASAP. Alright, we left the chip and the recorder with the commander for the time being. Why did you give it to the commander? This was a request for 404. After thinking about the dangers hidden behind this mission, Kukai is reflexively attempting to exclude the commander from getting involved with them. Lena passed on the message when she contacted the commander yesterday. Oh yes, I think the commander said something about Kalina making a call to him. He's already in the ops room. Do you want to go and see him? I've already loaded a map of the ammo into your local storage. Alright. Alright. But yeah, we'll resume next time. We'll reunite with Kukai here. But yeah, I'll go ahead and just skip here, and you know, because I need to go now. And next time we'll finish things out the story, and then we'll try to do some pulls for Dmitry the best that I can. So yeah, that'll be for now, guys. That's game.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good